Ooh, they must have also built Jacksonville, Florida. If you know someone who believes this, please refer them to a psychologist.
The Floridians built the pyramids, guys. New conspiracy theory. Go spread it for me. Don't say it was for me, though. I don't want to be linked to it. Hello and meow to YouTube. It is I, Saphwyn, the silly, annoying cat girl on the internet, and I am here with another video. This is going to be Minuteman's videos. We're going to be debunking some conspiracy theories, which I am super freaking stoked for. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to start with his most popular videos, and we're just going to scroll down them. As always, if you want to suggest any of them for me to watch in the next video, put them down below in the comments, and let's just freaking dive right on in. Let's start with the very first one.
You have got to be kidding.
The giant?
You probably already know that this isn't a giant staircase. There still seems to be some confusion on it, so let me just drive into the ground.
You know what? We're starting off with a banger, guys. We're starting off with a banger. Okay.
This is Oyante Tombo. It is an Incan terrace farm. Milo, it looks like stairs. All right, riddle me this. If this was a staircase built for giants, why is there a human-sized staircase in the middle of it? And another human-sized staircase on the side of it?
You have a point.
Human pets, a little pet on a guy on a string. That really looks like a giant could live in it.
He has
and this doorway too. It's like 5.5 feet tall. Let's use some context clues. What's that over there? Is that a...
Surely the giants enslaved the people, duh. I'm kidding.
Terrace farm? Of course that's not a terrace farm. That was a staircase for baby giant. You ready for this? This is my favorite. There is an entire valley right here. Where were they going?
Where were they going?
Up this hill and into these tiny ass houses. Look at that. There's no stairs down the other side of the mountain.
Correct.
This is what your giant stairs are made out of. Can you imagine a giant picking this up? Okay, so we're gonna make a staircase so I can get over this hill.
Oh my gosh.
It truly makes me believe that the human race is a lost cause.
I love this dude already. I am locked and loaded for all of these. You know what I love most about this too? He's at the actual place.
Dinosaurs actually existed. Wouldn't their bones be everywhere?
Really? We're doing dinosaur denial?
If dinosaurs actually existed, wouldn't there be oh my god, guys, I don't know if I can do this. What?
What is it, like 1830? Everyone and their mother's been telling me in this dumbass video, so I guess I have to talk about it.
Put our critical thinking skills to the test this morning.
Oh my gosh, I can't. No. What's the #1 comment? Let's put our critical thinking skills to the test. Ma'am, your test came back negative. Yeah, that test did come back negative. She's the type of person who would ask, why do asteroids and meteorites always land in craters?
One thing you didn't do this morning, and that is open Google even once. You could have educated yourself, used critical thinking even, but you didn't, and now you have to deal with me. Why don't we all find dinosaur bones in our backyard? Jesus, this question could be answered by a dinosaur-obsessed toddler. I am from New England. Bedrock of New England is granite. Intrusive igneous rock, meaning that it has a volcanic origin. And not only was most of the granite in New England deposited before dinosaurs existed, but you can't have fossils in igneous rock. For the most part, dinosaur fossils can only occur in sedimentary rock. This is a map of dinosaur fossils in the US. Unless you live here, forget about finding dinosaur fossils in your yard. And even if you did, you'd have to dig pretty deep to do it. 60 seconds is up, but I've only covered one of your points. I'm not done with you yet.
Dinosaurs actually existed. Wouldn't their bones be...
I just can't believe she said let's use our critical thinking skills and then ask this question.
So a lot of the people are trying to
Insane pyramid conspiracy debunked. Okay.
tell me that the pyramids weren't built under the sand and that that's a crazy idea.
People are calling you crazy for thinking the Great Pyramid was built underneath 450 feet of sand? Yeah, I agree with you, actually. That's not crazy. That's batshit fucking insane is what that is.
So why did they only put gold at the top of the pyramid?
There is not a single person who knows what the capstone of the Great Pyramid was, or even if there was one. Who knows, maybe it was gold. And if it was, then maybe they clad the whole pyramid in it and it was all stolen. Considering you don't cite how you know what was on top of the Great Pyramid, I'm gonna assume you just pulled it directly out of your ass.
Because the gold tip was the only thing showing above the sand.
Have you ever touched sand? Parents ever bring you to a beach as a kid? You know, you dig.
Yeah, he's probably touched sand in Minecraft, bro. You know, an expert over here.
In the sand, you try and dig a tunnel and it immediately collapses in on itself. Why would you ever build something 400 feet tall with a 750 foot wide base underneath sand?
I don't know, man.
Precision 6.5 million tons of stone for me to just bury in the desert? Are you literally out of your fucking mind?
Yes.
So a lot of people.
Yes. I can't. I'm having the time of my life. Dude played too much Terraria to think pyramids were under the sand. Bro, that's what I said, but I said Minecraft. Man, I should have said Terraria.
You ever wondered why Scotland looks like that? What do you mean, what am I talking about? The giant line that runs through the middle of it? You've never looked at that and thought, huh, that's a little weird. Well, that weird giant line is called the Great Glen. It's a valley that runs from coast to coast completely against the grain of all the other hills and mountains. The base of it has a series of these long freshwater lakes, including Loch Ness. They're all in a perfectly straight line and both look and are oriented differently than all the other lakes in the area. Take a moment to absorb the beauty.
That's pretty.
All right, now let's talk about why it exists. This strange valley is the ghost of an
Oh, so not only do you do conspiracy debunkings, we actually do like educational shorts. I love it here, guys. I love it.
ancient fault line, now creatively referred to as the Great Glen Fault. We're talking like 300 million years ago when the collision of Pangea created the Appalachian Mountains. When all this ripped apart again, it caused some issues, including the Great Glen Fault, a strike-slip fault where both pieces of crust are moving in opposite directions to each other. This fault is so old that there's actually pieces of it that exist in northern Canada as well. It has become inactive with the opening of the Atlantic Ocean. And during the last ice age, glaciers scoured this fractured rock, creating this strange valley. If you like weird things like this, sauce me a follow.
I do like weird things like that. That is why I'm here watching. I wouldn't call this weird. I think it's fascinating. But you give me any sciencey type like content in front of me and I'd probably find it fascinating. TBH.
Pyramids were built with sound.
Pyramids were built with sound? Ayo, ayo, ayo. What?
Yo, you know what? I'm totally with it. The pyramids were built with a didgeridoo. Firstly, this is really cool. This dude's moving a rock with sound. Looks like he's living his best life. The thing he's moving weighs like 4 ounces. We're trying to build this. These blocks can weigh up to 15 tons.
My gosh.
That's a lot of fucking didgeridoos. I'm not saying it's impossible. Clearly, if you had something big enough, you could move one of these blocks with sound. And that's the problem, because you need something so goddamn big to make the sound to move these, that moving the thing that makes the sound would then...
How many conspiracy theories do you think he does about the pyramids?
...become the problem. Using a fucking 2-pound didgeridoo to, you know, move a 3-ounce rock is not a very good exchange rate when you're trying to move a 15-ton piece of limestone. You have to get them all precisely lined up like that. Can you didgeridoo that a little to the left? I don't know how people think things like this are somehow more plausible than, you know, them using ropes and sticks to do it. Because personally, I think it'd be a lot easier to do something like this than to make a 10-story didgeridoo.
Definitely. You know what? That is definitely logical. Correct. I think it's really cool that you can move the rock with a didgeridoo, but like he said, it's probably like 4 ounces, if that.
When I first saw this, I was like, there ain't
medieval town built in a 15-million-year-old meteorite crater.
No way that town is actually built inside a meteor crater. I mean, look at that. It's just too good to be true. Look at how circular that is.
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of like Attack on Titan city. Is that bad? Was that bad? Maybe I should have said that. That's what it reminds me of, though.
I looked into it, and that's where I found that this town is absolutely built inside a meteor crater, and that this town is probably the least interesting thing about this meteor crater.
Oh.
This is the town of Nordlingen in Germany, and it's located inside the Nordlinger Rice impact crater. And you gotta be like, yeah, no shit, look at how circular that is. Of course it's an impact crater. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But here's an actual map of that impact crater. It's 15 miles in diameter.
Oh.
Well, technically that's true. It's a little misleading because it makes you think this is the crater. But the real crazy thing about this crater is it has a mineral found nowhere else in the world. It's called moldavite. It looks like this.
Oh,
it was a type of projectile glass that was formed when this meteor impacted the ground 15 million years ago. If you like geology, it's super cool because it's really fucking rare and only comes from this one crater. And if you're a crystal girly, it's really cool because it's super fucking powerful and can make you explode people with your mind. If you want to learn more about cool archaeology and natural science, come check me out over on YouTube.
Guys, we need some moldavite.
Minuteman. When I first saw that.
Wait, that's really cool though. Thank you for teaching me. I thought that was cool.
It is impossible to build.
Oh my gosh. No! We're back with the pyramids! I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Pyramid.
I got 3 things for you.
Okay.
They're gonna blow your goddamn mind.
I'm sorry.
They are. All 3 of them. It does take balls to look at like the biggest pile of rocks on the planet and have your thought be, no.
Even with the technology we have now, we would struggle to build them.
With the technology we have now, we couldn't build a giant pile of rocks. So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you're probably from a different planet. So let me.
You know what, too? I just realized it's an AI voice, right? In the background. Dude probably didn't even put any effort into this video. Just threw it through an AI system and called it a day. Rage baiting! Rage baiting the TikTokers for views and money.
Let me bring you up to speed. We built this. It's like a building that's almost a kilometer tall. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Here's a dam that's so goddamn big that the lake it holds back has literally changed the rotation of planet Earth. I-95, the auto mile in Norwood. I mean, the things humanity is capable of when we put our minds together is truly astonishing.
For around
God.
before us were more advanced than we are today.
Oh my
Ancient
gosh.
Egyptians
Oh my
lived in a
gosh.
desert, and they were able to do this with just a bunch of sticks, rocks, rope, and a whole ton of forced labor. You're telling me that you couldn't do the same thing when you have access to a tower crane, Caterpillar 797 mining truck, and a goddamn Bagger 288. You don't lack the technology, you just have a skill issue.
It is impossible.
You don't lack that technology, you just have a skill issue. I'm going to start using that. That was fucking golden. I gotta put that in my daily vocabulary, man.
You haven't figured it out? It's an ice wall yet?
Don't you take that patronizing tone with me, boy. You're
What?
wearing a hat that says Ice Wall. I wish I had the balls to walk around with a sign on my head that says I never learned how to read.
When the
What?
Navy went to Antarctica and fly in a helicopter and panning, they never get to the end because it's just an ice wall.
Whoa, okay.
Because it is an ice wall? I think this is the very first time I'm hearing of this. What?
Pause. Antarctica's really big.
What?
About the size of one Antarctica. But you seem to have gotten the size of Antarctica confused with the size of Rhode Island. Secondly, let's critical think for a second, if you can do that. By some lapse of judgment on my end, I decided to give you a helicopter, and I told you to fly it around Antarctica. Firstly, you wouldn't make it. It's too big, you'd run out of fuel, you'd crash into the ocean. For any confusion, see Rhode Island. Before you crashed into the ocean, if you were flying around Antarctica in a big counterclockwise circle, do you know what you would see out of the left window of your helicopter the entire time? A giant wall of ice. You wanna know
Wall.
why? Because that's
Ooh, a wall of ice. God damn it. I'm so sorry.
what it looks like when you're looking at the side of a giant fucking circle. I've been sailing along this coast for 10 months. I think it's an infinite wall of jungle. The sheep keep telling me that I'm just sailing around Hawaii.
You haven't figured it out?
Nah, bro, you don't know about the ice wall. You don't know about the ice wall.
We just found out how to build a pyramid.
I like this guy.
We're back. We're back.
He's also a smartass. But unfortunately, he's one of the people who's going to try and convince you that you couldn't build the pyramids with modern technology and that the ancient Egyptians had far more advanced and superior tech.
Far
Oh.
more. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, his primary argument is pretty much just a compilation of OSHA violations. This argument is stupid, and he literally debunks it himself in the next, like, 2
Bro just took the compilations of everything that went wrong and then was like, see?
seconds.
Or around 80 tons each, lifted over 50 meters off the ground. Not sure how they did that.
Well, I'll give you a hint. Just look at the picture right behind you. The ancient Egyptians did not lift the stones for the pyramid, they dragged them. Do you really think that people without modern technology would have looked for a way to pick the stone up off the ground and lift it? I encourage you to Google the phrase, work smarter, not harder. It takes way less people to drag it up a ramp than it does to lift it physically off the ground and move it over. And that's why this is a bad faith argument, because they're working
Correct.
harder, not smarter. What you do is tie 3 of these trucks to that stone and drag it in the course of an afternoon.
Oh my god. Bro literally like set his point in his video.
How is it possible to cut this using these?
My man looks like he's thinking hard. Conspiracy theorist
Every conspiracy theorist treats these oh my gosh.
treats these granite sarcophagi like they were created in one step. So they have
Yeah.
to jump to conclusions like, oh, they needed a circular saw to do it, or it was done with lasers. Thinking this way, they overcomplicate it so much that the only seemingly possible explanation is something totally improbable.
Correct.
Are you ready to
Correct.
see how close he comes to figuring this one out?
Copper is 3, granite is 6.5.
Right here by quartz. This means that in order to cut granite, you would need something harder, such as quartz.
Bro, you are one synapse connection away from
Wow.
figuring this one out. Only the Egyptians had large quantities of quartz. Copper didn't do the cutting, the quartz did. Very willfully misleading to be showing these tools. You wouldn't use tools like this to create something like this. You used
Correct.
copper saws. They would put sand into the crack, and the copper blade would work that aggregate and cut through the block of granite.
See,
It's been
smart.
tested and proven time and time again. I don't care if you have a hard time believing it. Yes, it would have been incredible.
Bro just said it's been tested and tested and there's so much proof on it. If you don't believe it, well, I guess you're SOL.
Incredibly time consuming.
God
Yes,
damn.
the people that worked on it were highly skilled craftsmen. Let's not go crying alien tech just because you have a hard time understanding it.
How is it possible to cut this
Oh my
using
gosh,
these?
oh my
man.
gosh, oh my god. I don't think I've laughed this much in a hot while watching these videos. I'm having a great time, and I just hope that you are too.
You guys are not gonna believe this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my I should have just did a big ass compilation of all the pyramid ones. Goddamn.
Which is good, because it's not true. Every time I see this fun fact, a little bit of my soul dies. It goes like this. The number for the speed of light is the same coordinates as the pyramids of Giza. I Don't know what kind of crack these people are smoking.
A lot.
Considering this is one of my favorite examples of the collective aneurysm that is pseudo-archaeology, I thought I would talk about it and all of its faults. Riddle me this. This argument hinges on the speed of light being 299 million meters per second. You could say, whoa, well, how'd the Egyptians figure out what the speed of light was? And that would be very astute of you. The thing that I think is even more shocking about this is the implication that ancient Egyptians used the metric system. Do you not think that the aliens that built the pyramids would have used something else? The entire fucking universe used the metric system while America's still using imperial. Secondly, this is not a coordinate, that is a latitude line. It means that this is one band that runs all the way around the planet.
No, honey, people don't know the difference between latitude and longitude and coordinates. You know, you just gotta let them have it. It's okay.
Thirdly, it doesn't actually run through the pyramids, it runs next to them. That's enough evidence for you. Ooh, they must have also built Jacksonville, Florida. If you know someone who believes this, please refer them to a psychologist.
The Floridians built the pyramids, guys. New conspiracy theory. Go spread it for me. Don't say it was for me, though. I don't want to be linked to it.
I know what you're thinking. Wow, that's a big-ass rock.
It is.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Correct.
That is not a big-ass rock. It is a big-ass chunk of metal. In
That's
fact, it's
wait,
actually
that's even cooler. That's even cooler.
Biggest ass chunk of metal.
Nice.
This is the Hoba meteorite. Pretty amazing
Oh,
that it landed in front
cool.
of all those seas.
Wait, cool. Wait.
The Hoba meteorite is not only the largest intact meteorite on the entire planet, but
didn't
also the largest.
Bro, I didn't even know about this. This is sick. And I guess you can go visit it. It looks like you can go visit it.
Known piece of iron on the entire planet.
That's cool.
It weighs 60 tons. The thing is fucking huge.
Holy.
Here's the weird part. Hoba meteorite has no impact crater.
What?
Bit strange. Let's talk about why. It's theorized that when the Hoba meteorite entered the Earth's atmosphere, it was going really goddamn fast. Probably around 20,000 miles an hour. But as it entered the atmosphere, it slowed down, potentially because of its shape being very flat on both sides. This would have increased its drag, meaning that its impact may have only been around 6,000 miles an hour. This would have both reduced the size of the impact crater and also preserved the projectile. Hoba was actually a tiny meteorite, which is actually why it's the largest intact specimen that we have, because when something like this enters the atmosphere at 20,000 miles an hour, it does this. I know what you're thinking.
It does
wow,
this.
That's a big.
That's actually really cool. I didn't know about the Hobo meteorite. I don't know a lot about geology or like any of this sort. I really like it though, and I've always found it fascinating. I just don't. Maybe I should dive into it more in my own personal time, not with you guys. It's a little boring for React content. If I were just to start watching videos about rocks and stuff, I feel like some of you guys would like it though.
Earlier this week, Polish archaeologists announced that they had discovered a vampire burial.
What?
Now, I know what you're thinking.
Wait, what?
Is it a vampire? No. Is it a burial? Abso-fucking-lutely. This unfortunate young woman likely lived around the 17th century and was buried with full accordance to vampire superstition. As you can tell by the agricultural scythe across her neck, with the presumed intention being that if the deceased were to rise again to suck the blood of the living, she would be immediately decapitated. It's just like the old saying goes, why kill when you can overkill? Beyond this, the young woman was also found with a padlock around her toe. This was likely more of a
padlock around your toe?
Symbolic feature signifying the permanence of death and the banishment from the world of the living. So what is the story here? While archaeologists have found no immediate evidence of foul play, the presence of this one naturally protruding tooth has shed some light on the topic. And as heartbreaking as it is, we could be looking at a tale as old as time. One where the violence and hate from the fearful and superstitious is so often channeled towards those who are different. Earlier this week, Polish archaeologists announced it.
Imagine rising as a vampire and getting immediately spot capped.
When I think of cursed objects, I think of like an amulet or like a big diamond. Well, stumps can be cursed too, okay? What is it, 1850? This stump is called the Old Man of the Lake. What lake is that, you ask? Crater Lake. It's a lake that's in a crater, and so that's what they named it. The Old Man of the Lake is a 30-foot long trunk of a hemlock tree. The bottom of it is waterlogged, so it floats upright in the water, and it just sort of drifts around the lake. Here's a map of it drifting around the lake. Well, that seems kind of boring. Well, this is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
This stump has been doing this for a very long time. It was first documented in the mid-1890s, but
oh my god, the mid-1890s? Our boy's just been living its best life in this crater.
Radiocarbon dating has found it to be around 450 years old.
Oh
in
my
August
God.
of 1988, researchers tied up the stump so it wouldn't get in the way of their vessels.
Okay.
And when they did, it almost immediately went from perfectly clear to snowing in August. And when they untied it, supposedly, the storm cleared. It's still there, you can even go see it for yourself. But whatever you do, don't mess with the stump. If you enjoy weird things like this, sauce me a follow. You are looking at a curse.
I like it. An advanced civilization once ruled the Antarctic? What? No mountain has four sides with equal angle. Oh my god. Bro, ah!
You know, you're actually right. No mountain does have 4 sides with equal
Correct.
angles, including fucking this one. Look at it. I've been tagged in so many conspiracy videos talking about this pyramid in Antarctica. So I'm gonna use this highly simple meme with the Sigma male stock footage behind it to break down why this conspiracy is fucking stupid. Firstly, it's worth noting that this peak doesn't even have an...
Guys, I thought the pyramids in Egypt were bad. I didn't realize that we got conspiracy theories about Antarctica pyramids. I didn't realize this wasn't even a thing.
name, but it is part of the Ellsworth Mountains in Antarctica. Now, as far as mountains, it's fairly small, standing at about 4,000 feet, which, you know, is almost 3,500 feet taller than the Pyramid of Khufu, which, you know, is a little bit big for a pyramid. But Milo, if it's not a pyramid, then why does it look like a pyramid? Occam's razor, baby, the simplest answer is often the most likely. This shape is actually fairly common for geologic structures which were subjected to cold weather erosion. Here's a picture
There
of
you
the
go.
Alps where you can see...
But no, that's too scientific. That's too much proof, man. That's too much proof. No, denial.
a suspiciously straight ridgeline. This shape is caused by repeated yearly freeze and thaw action, and not by aliens.
What? Oh my gosh, can you tell me if there's alien cat girls? And then next question, follow-up question, when are they coming to save me?
Proof
Please.
that giants are
Okay,
real.
lock in.
Is that supposed to be a rhetorical question? Because, I mean, obviously the
Oh, well,
answer
yeah.
is no, but I am curious to see how you back this up.
Everything used to be a lot bigger due to oxygen levels, and
We just need an example of a mammal that got bigger because there was too much oxygen.
take a look at this prehistoric centipede.
Now, I'm no ornithologist, but that right there is definitely not a mammal. This bitch, an arthropoda,
Correct.
it's an arthropod, as you may have guessed. And there's a
Correct.
reason why it got so big and mammals didn't. You don't need to be a biologist to know that mammals and insects probably breathe differently. Mammals got lungs, and our respiratory system's tied to our circulatory system, and insects, in a way,
The more we scroll through these, the more lack of critical thinking I see. It's a trend, guys.
sort of breathe through their skin. Boom,
Sort
it's the
of.
Carboniferous period now. Happy New Year.
Boom.
Trees fucking everywhere. It's hot, it's humid.
Yes.
Oxygen
Yes.
levels are 30% higher than they are today. And so insects go, damn, if only I had more surface area, I could be sucking in some more oxygen. Because I don't have
Damn.
lungs like a total loser. And so insects pop the fuck off. Oh my god, it took me 60 seconds to debunk one bullshit point. I guess I'm gonna have to make another video.
Proof that
How tired do you think when he goes through these videos? Like, he goes through these videos and he's like, fuck, he's like, not this shit again, man. And that wraps up today's videos. If you enjoyed learning and going through the conspiracy theories, let me know down in the comments below, because I will be making a part 2 if you guys want a part 2. I absolutely adored it. Also, comment down the sun emoji or the word sun. It's just appreciation. It's a free way to boost my videos into the algorithm. And I will see you guys all on the flip side. Goodbye, goodbye.